sideline, you get a look at their head coach. This guy's coming off a road victory in their opener a week ago, looking to make it 2 in a row before heading home. Across from him, the Saints head coach, Kellen Moore. His guys, on the other hand, couldn't pull one out last week in the opener, so they're looking for their first win at home here in week 2. With my partner, Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go from the Superdome. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract with a fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
It was pretty clear after sitting down with him earlier in the week that he was just not satisfied.
Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Howden. And the Saints are going to get the football here. They forced the INT on the game's opening drive.
An opening play call like that, Mike, has exactly one goal. Let's connect on something early and quiet this home crowd. But all they did was energize them. I mean, listen to this place after that interception. They're feeding into it. They're giving this offense extra momentum as they now take the field.
Left side into the hands of Olave. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run. Gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's a gain of a yard.
Here's 1st and 10.
For the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
A fake to Kamara, and now Rattler. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
That's another Saints first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Kamara going to get it on the zone read here. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Set.
Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Saints. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. Groupie is able to add the extra point. Saints will take a 7-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Niners offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. So, Greg, this was not a Christmas gift in May when the schedule maker said, hi, your season's going to start with back-to-back road games. However, win the first. If you can win here and then head home 2-0, the season takes on a very different tone.
There's no question. And, Mike, am I crazy, though? I could make an argument that I'd rather play the away games early in the season. We're fresh. We're not beat up. We don't have a roster that's depleted. Get a lot of new guys into it. You get into the meat of the season, middle to back end, there's a lot of new guys playing for the first time. Practices are a little shorter. Travel's a little bit harder. You're not feeling as good. So if they can somehow get 2 early road wins here, knowing that there's a lot of home games as the season unfolds, I actually think they could be doing themselves a favor.
On 4th down, the Niners send out the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. Rasheed, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The special teams unit, Greg, they get the block and the score. A big swing that starts with getting to the kicker.
Yeah, exactly right, Mike. And anytime you draw up a successful punt block rush, it starts with identifying the breakdown of the protection unit. In this case, they found that weak link. They were able to exploit it. It leads not only to the block, but to the touchdown.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Niners offense getting set to get back to work. They're in an early hole, 14-0. They'll start digging out soon. Begin this drive, 1st and 10. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Unfortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Throwing is Purdy. Open man downfield is Kittle. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
First down, San Francisco.
To throw, Purdy. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy again. A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. 3rd down coming up. Throwing again is Purdy. And that is incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he's going to have the 49ers 1st down. How about that? A gain of 15 on 4th and 10. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense, and then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot, and with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
The kick is good. Makes the score Saints 20, 49ers 7.
Out now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No fun of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out, per the new rule, to the 35-yard line.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Kamara. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Beckler now, back to throw. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Alvin Kamara. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd
From the gun, here's Rattler. on that pass play. First down, New Orleans.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
52 blue.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. 14-7 is our score. More from New Orleans. After this, from the 39, here's a first and 10. The motion there, tight end Johnson.
43. Ready?
A run here with Camaro. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
A play fake. Now, Rattler. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Ready up.
Now it is first and goal.
First down.
Ready.
First down and goal to go.
No run here with Camara. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Here now, second down and goal.
Come on. Set.
Here's a designed run. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
No gain on the play.
Can the defense do it again from the 1? Third down now and goal.
33. Yellow. Set.
In motion goes Cooks.
Ready?
Camara. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force fourth down. Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Brandon Ayuk heading back onto the field with his 49er teammates. Greg, you take a peek back and look at the NFC West in totality. You just are reminded of how quick things change. I don't think anybody in the country thought the 49ers would be the last place team in this division last year. Shows you, one, how changeable it is, but also the quality of teams in this division.
Absolutely. I mean, they were the Super Bowl favorite, at least out of the NFC a year ago, and then to find themselves 6-11 at the bottom looking up, it's pretty remarkable. But to your point, like, it just shows health, a little bit of good fortune. The other teams in your division, if they're a little weaker, your path is stronger. There's so many elements. The way the NFL schedule is set up, it's all tight. If you're good, we're trying to bring you back down towards the middle. If you're bad, we're trying to bring you up towards the middle. It's a league of parity. It's a league of ups and downs. And the teams that can break through that and sustain success, we got to give them a lot of credit.
And what I love about this division, Greg, is the different philosophical challenges that defenses see. We know Kyle Shanahan does with the Niners, the Rams and Sean McVay always at the top end of the game. And then the unpredictability of Kyler Murray, plus the physicality of Seattle has played with. You've got to have a lot of clubs in your bag to play defense in the NFC West.
Oh, absolutely. And just think even a couple years ago, it was even harder when those teams were all competing for Super Bowl.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ryan Rasheed. He gets into drop in for his first sack of the young season.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. This is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted, but let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big fourth down opportunity, and
he is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
We see this a lot. Safeties are brought down as an extra man in the box. They, in essence, replace one of the linebackers and play kind of a hybrid safety linebacker type position. In this case, he knew he wasn't used in coverage. He had a little freedom in his responsibility.
And he will score. Chris Olave, touchdown Saints. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints up their lead. It's now 24-7. So before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. The return is Ricky Pearsall. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Niners offense ready to take over once more. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchdown. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of they kicked the touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff.
He's got his big tight end, George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. The Saints offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. What to do on this drive? 1st and 10. Finding room at midfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. The clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter.
Here we go. Hut, go. 52 blue. Set.
On 1st and 10, Rattler. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. Saints going to use their second timeout. The clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
Brings up
Down to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Let's go. 60 red.
Shotgun snap here for Rattler. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That's a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Come on, set. Black ball.
Again, it is Rattler. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line. Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This one from 54 yards out. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Saints now going to try a field goal here. This one from 54 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports. we get back underway here on EA Sports. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Let's go now. 10 black, 10 black.
Slot man in motion right. A play fake. They'll throw with Rattler. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 35-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Ready. 50, green.
Out of the gun, Rattler. This pass is caught by Cade Otten. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. So you find yourself playing with a 2-score lead. Of course, it goes without saying, Mike, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. The primary reads weren't there, works through his progression, move on to the next play, and just throw that ball away.
McCaffrey going to return it. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. 49ers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
Yeah, you know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes #1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit. When you look at Ashton Jensen, he gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch?
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
3rd and long.
He's got it at the 7, and they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal.
San Francisco.
Here's Purdy. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Carl Granderson getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
2nd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
I had a defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Here's Purdy. That is caught.
Purdy's pass. To George Kittle.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Brian Robinson, touchdown, 49ers. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Greg, I wasn't so certain about leaving the offense out there, but they did, and it paid off with a touchdown.
And I love it, Mike. I think we're starting to see this more and more often in today's NFL. Take advantage of field position. Put the trust in your offense. It's exactly what their head coach does here, and certainly pays off.
extra point up and good from Moody. And the 49ers are back within 6.
49ers 21.
Out now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times. And maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady. And then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan. And New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. And Carolina, we played in a Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets, new coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay has been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it. You know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head, too.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history and a lot more, kind of relevance than maybe it feels as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these new coaches find their footing. And we might be a year or two away from the NFC South getting back to what it used to be.
Smith, red.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Fourth quarter begins with Kamara. Finding space at the 15. What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5.
21 more yards.
Come on, set.
That's good for a Saints.
33.
First
Set.
down.
No handoff. He'll keep it himself. And he's into the end zone. That might be a knockout punch. Spencer Rattler. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Set. Ready.
The Saints will line up
Ten
for the
black.
2-point conversion.
Ready. Ready.
Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
Saints 33.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Here's Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it will fall to the ground. It's incomplete. On second down, Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
49er first down.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10.
San Francisco.
Back to throw, Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. That is hot, and he will score. Game on. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown San Francisco. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
On is Moody to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the 49ers have cut the deficit to 5.
49ers 28.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Here we go. Hut.
They'll start this one on the ground with command. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
The ball carrier taken down at the 43.
From the 43. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd
Ready.
and 8.
Black. 95. Hut. Hut. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
By Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year. 3rd and long, and here is Rattler. Going up top. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Ravon Bayless, touchdown Saints. On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. He's got it. The Saints will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
49ers 28.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. Here's Saul, going to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy, and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Purdy. Open man downfield is Kittle. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
And the 49ers.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
46-yard line.
Throwing is Purdy. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Intended for George Kittle. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll throw again with Purdy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Another 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
The 49er first down.
Again in the air for Purdy. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
That's another 49er.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
And a 49er first down.
To throw once more, it's Purdy. Flushed to his left. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Pete Werner in there to bring him down. And that's his 1st sack of the year. Here comes 2nd down. Now Purdy. Good coverage there in the end zone, and is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and they'll bring up 3rd down.
It's it.
To throw is Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Moody now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers have cut the deficit to 5.
49ers 35.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. So Chris Olave and the rest of the Saints offense getting ready for their next possession. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. You play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that called in the rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the Niners' 47-yard line.
Set, hut. Yellow.
A give up the middle with Camara. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Come on, set.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing on the run, it's behind his man, and it's incomplete. Javon Vele was the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. The Saints will punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. Brandon Ayuk heading back onto the field with his 49er teammates. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Purdy. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
Intended for Brandon Ayuk.
The sound deafening in the dome. It's 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
To throw, Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to change it. It's a 1st down. He's going to try it here again. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Purdy going to put it up again. He's going to dial up another deep ball. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
6 yards.
2 timeouts, still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Yes, sir.
Back to the air again is Purdy. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession. The Niners will use their third and final timeout, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
And this is a touchdown! They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time, but what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
All right, now, what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here?
The 49ers will
Purdy to throw, and he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the fourth quarter.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up 2 fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Okay,
They'll come up for first and 10.
down.
Out of the gun, Rattler. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So a pressure kick coming here for Blake Ruffy. This to force overtime.
57-yard attack.
This one is good. And the Saints will tie up the game. So, overtime coming up, and remember the rules now were changed in the offseason. They're the same as the overtime playoff rules. So each team gets to possess the football once. If you score a touchdown on the opening drive, it's no longer a walk-off. The other team can match it. From then on, it's next score wins. Each team gets 3 timeouts. Any defensive score ends the game. All replay challenges come from upstairs, and we play 1 overtime period. If it's still tied, that's the way the game ends. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The 49ers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Yes, sir.
Now Purdy. There's that man again. Another catch. What a performance. Reception number 14 for the first down.
24-yard gain.
Now a first throw here in overtime.
49ers.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
His pass intended for George Kittle. Incomplete.
Jones to the air again. That's going to be incomplete. Humphrey very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
And 10.
Again, they'll throw with Jones. Open man left side. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Escaping, and he's in! Mac Jones! Touchdown, San Francisco. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
Don't forget about the extra point here. This, an important one. The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. Now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Saints offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with first and 10.
33.
Shotgun snap here for Rattler. He's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Nick Bosa, his second sack of the afternoon, number 5 for him on the year. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down. Getting some good yardage on that second down play.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
On fourth down, Rattler. That is brought in. And he's going to have the Saints first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
Both pre-snap and post-snap is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
It leads to second and 10.
Come on, set. Red, 38. Ready.
Rattler to the air once more. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to hook up with Cade Otten that time around.
Brings up third
and it'll be third down.
10.
Let's go now.
Throwing again, it's Rattler. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
8-yard loss.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
For Rashid Shaheed. Incomplete. Turnover.
So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.